Eastern Texas is a really eerie place. Now, this story comes out of a place near Tyler, Texas. There was this man named Nate, and Nate said this one weekend, him and his buddies decided they were going to go camping. The first night they're out in the woods, they start hearing coyotes, and they could hear this howling sound all around their campsite. And all night long, they kept hearing these howls. Well, the next day, Nate decides he's going to go out into the woods and look for some firewood. So he makes his way out down this trail and he ends up getting lost. And for like 2 hours, he cannot find his way back to the campsite. So he decides, I'm going to climb this tree and see if I can see the fire from our campsite. So he gets up in the tree and he can see out, a good distance. And he happens to see the smoke coming from where their camp is. So he starts screaming, help me, I'm lost, like help. He said all of a sudden he sees these birds just take off into the sky like they just seen something. And he begins to hear a strange sound coming from the brush on the ground. And he said, out behind this bush stepped what looked like a naked man walking on all fours. And he said it was just very animalistic like. And this thing crawls up to the tree that Nate is sitting in. And he said when it got to the tree, it started sniffing it like it had picked up a scent. And all of a sudden, this thing turned its head 360 and it was now looking up at Nate. And it started to say, help me, please help me. And it was repeating what Nate was saying, except it was the sound of a woman's voice. And he said he started screaming again, like, help me, please help me, like screaming for his friends. And he said finally, this thing just took off into the woods and he hears some more noise. And there's his friends coming up to the tree. And he's like, look, there's something out in the woods. Like, I was lost. And like, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. And his friends are like, what are you talking about? Like, there's nothing out in the woods. Like, you're losing it, man. And right as he said that, they see a coyote walk by them. And they were like, okay, it's time to leave.